Hi, I'm Warren Mead, and this is Veteran Storytime. Today we're going to tell a story called Batting Isn't Always Batting. It's a story that features Australians and their humour during World War II. It's a true story. Without further ado, let's get started. Fritzy used to be a lawyer in Hungary a few years ago. Now he's a soldier of the AIF. The transition period is marred by some not too happy memories, but that hasn't impaired his optimism or his ability to take it on the chin. In fact, his ready acceptance at all times of the inevitable is a source of amazement and amusement to his confreres, and is one of the reasons why Fritzy is a good Australian soldier with a large stake of his own in quite a few Australian hearts. Early in his army career, he was offered a job as a batman, but none thought to tell him what a batman was. So he drew his own conclusions. "These Australians," he reasoned, "are very fond of sport. Their batmen are their national heroes. If I succeed as a batman, shall I not gain fame and succeed elsewhere?" To the orderly sergeant he said, "Yes, I will become a batman." He was marched to the officer's tent, told to clean a pair of boots and wait there for further instructions. He thought this was an inauspicious beginning to a career of embryo bradman, but concluded that it was some sort of drill by numbers to toughen the muscles of wrists and elbows. He could visualise the day when he would open his shoulders and drive the ball for sixes and fours, when future Larwoods would break their hearts and scream over his masterly bat, when occupants of members' stands would break their vows of polite silence and stampede around the compiler of multiple centuries. Then he would look back on his boot-cleaning days as the foundation upon which success had been built. So he cleaned the boots with a will. Presently the owner of the boots arrived and asked Fritzy whether he was the new batman. "Yes, sir," he replied. "But when will I start to bat?" "Well, you seem to have started already, and a good start too by the look of it," replied the officer, regarding the gleaming boot leather with satisfaction and wondering a little at his batman's eagerness. "Is this good batting, sir?" asked a slightly dismayed Fritzy, upon whom realisation was now beginning to grow. The sad truth was explained to him, and he hastily reconsidered his decision after complaining about the vagaries of the English language. Now he's determined to seek fame only as a soldier, for the duration at any rate. It's best summed up with the philosophical words of Fritzy himself, who's learned much of our ways in his 3 years' service with the AIF, and he travelled far since that day when he thought to become a batman. "So I gave away cricket career." VX 38201. That's the end of this story. If you liked what you heard, please consider helping out the channel by going to any online bookstore and purchasing the first book in our World War II series. It's called SAS Babcock's Revenge. The first story, as an e-book, is free. That's any online bookstore, and the title once again is SAS Babcock's Revenge by Whiskey Jack Peters. Thanks for your support, and I look forward to bringing you more of our veterans' stories.